Let's start with 5 things that I don't spend my money on, and I think you shouldn't spend your money on either because they are not going to last forever. And I think you will be just fine with buying more affordable option. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we will be talking about things that I think you should not be spending a lot of money on, fashion and style edition. I have seen a lot of videos like this online and I always love watching them. And obviously people from all different areas and lifestyles do these videos. I am no finance expert. If something, I used to be very bad with money, but I'm getting so much better in the last couple of years. Still not in all areas of life, but when it comes to clothing and shoes and just like fashion in general, I really know where to spend money and where to go for more affordable options. Because something that I have learned over time is no matter how good of a quality something is, there is no piece of clothing that's going to last you for 50 years. And also sometimes just to feel a little bit joy in life, we need to buy new things. We need to refresh our wardrobe because fashion and style is also supposed to be fun. It's not only functional. Just as much as you cannot probably eat the same meal all your life, the same comes with style and fashion. We evolve, our lives evolve, we have different roles. Sometimes we are focused on career, sometimes we are focused on raising kids, etc. Anyway, I have gone a little bit too far and too deep into this aspect of longevity of clothes. That's not topic of today's video at all, but I just wanted to give a little bit of an introduction. Let's start with 5 things that I don't spend my money on, and I think you shouldn't spend your money on either because they are not going to last forever. And I think you will be just fine with buying more affordable option. Let's go with number 1, and that is luxury bags. I'm done with luxury bags. I don't own a lot. I have 2 or 3 bags that are luxury and expensive, and I love them, but I'm never going to buy another one. I think prices are just insane. Nobody can justify that. Back in January, I made a video on TikTok and Instagram where I was saying how I think that bags are just a thing of the past and people are just not so silly to buy all these expensive bags anymore. And people were like, you have no idea what you're talking about. Bags are always going to be popular, etc. Yes, bags are always going to be popular, but there are so many mid-range, good quality bags that are very much worth investing their money in. You can buy a very decent bag for 300 to 500 euros that's going to last you for a very, very long time. Excellent craftsmanship, great design, whatsoever, and you definitely don't need to buy Chanel or a Birkin to have a bag that's going to last you for a long time. And also, I think the amount of money that you have to spend to get a bag like that, it's just insane. Because then when you own a bag like that, it's just so much stress, You don't want to wear it outside when it's snowing, when it's raining. You have to be careful where you place it, how you store it. It's so much maintenance, I think that nobody should be a slave to these things. And I don't know who said this, but somebody said it. If you cannot buy multiple pieces of that item, you are not rich enough to buy that item in the first place. So if you cannot afford 5 Birkins, you probably shouldn't have any. And that's so true, because if you can only afford one, you are going to be so stressed when you use it, and it's just going to be too much. You're gonna become a slave to that. So yeah, I feel like there are so many nice brands of mid-range bags that are doing wonderful things. I'm gonna link some of them down below so you can check their websites. And just go on and explore. I think luxury market is out of touch, and we will see what's going to happen in the couple of years. Number 2, this is very important, and it has to be of a good quality, and it has to be something durable and something that you can wear for a couple of years. but I think it shouldn't be crazy expensive, and that is winter outerwear. Again, the same reason. You are not going to be comfortable wearing it everywhere, and especially not in all types of weather conditions. I know that people who afford this crazy expensive clothing have a very different lifestyle. They have their drivers, they only go to clean, fancy, nice places. But for just like a regular person like you and me, those type of coats and jackets don't make much sense. I personally want to have a coat that is of wool, cashmere, maybe some mix, something quality, something durable, but it has to be under, I would say, 1,000 euros. I know that's still a lot of money, but I always like to look for some, good deals, sales. Outlet is always a great option. In Europe, we have this outlet that's called Intrend, and they sell all of the Max Mara group. I bought a Max Mara coat for maybe 700 euros a couple of years ago. I've been wearing it almost every day during the winter, and it still looks brand new. So I think that you should look for some good pieces, maybe look for some good deals, but don't spend a lot of money and all these people wearing like Laura Piana or whatsoever, good for them, but I'm just not spending my money on that. Now, my next category would be heels and dresses for like certain occasions. I love attending weddings. I love attending events. I love going to special, nice places, and I love to dress up. But you will not see me paying 500 euros for a dress that I'm going to wear once. Because the thing is, like with these dresses, you can rent them, you can borrow them from a friend. There are so many other ways to get a dress for the occasion instead of like paying a lot of money for it. I don't think that there is such a thing as a timeless dress that you can have in your wardrobe and you are going to use it for the next 10 years. Our bodies change, it might not even fit you in a couple of years. And also, I feel like there is no style of a dress that's going to last you for a very long time. And also, like, why would you always wear the same thing, I will always much rather rent a dress, just use it for the day, give it back, and then next time I'm going somewhere, rent another dress again. I think that's so much more financially responsible. The same thing is with heels. When it comes to dressing up for the occasion, I would rather wear a nicer dress, like something of a statement piece, and then very simple heels that are going to go with a lot of dresses. So I will buy the heels, but I'm going to wear them a lot of times. And that's how you don't end up spending way too much money. My next category is I am not going to buy very expensive basics. Hear me out. It has to be a good cotton. It has to be a nice fit. I have to enjoy wearing it. But I think basics, something that you wear every single day, especially during the winter when we wear like white t-shirts under our cardigans and sweaters, that's something that you just wear a lot, wash a lot, and I don't want to have this stress of taking care of a t-shirt that I overpaid just for a piece of cotton. I see them as something that you change quite a lot and they will last for a season or two. So I would much rather get like a 3 or 4 t-shirts from H&M and just buy new ones in a year or two instead of stressing out about that like a very expensive t-shirt that I bought. Number 5 is bikinis and beachwear. Yes, there are so many cool bikinis and so many nice brands, but salt and sun are a recipe for a disaster and they will literally ruin everything that comes near. So I really don't see the point of buying a 500 euro bikini because it will get ruined, definitely. None of these are sun and salt resistant. Like when I'm on a holiday or, whenever I'm by the beach or on a boat, I really just want to enjoy myself, be present in the moment. I don't even care about, putting my accessories or dressing up a lot. I just want to really enjoy the moment. And that's when I'm not going to be obsessing about, you know, taking care of my bikini. All those influencers you see on Instagram wearing like very fancy, expensive dresses for, you know, after beach parties or whatsoever, they are gifted, or you know, they wear them because they have to promote them, and they probably wear them 1 or 2 times. But I think in reality, like what regular people wear, it's so much different. Okay, that's all for today's video. I feel like this was short but sweet. I would really love to hear your thoughts. What are the things that you don't spend money on? And what do you think about these like crazy prices of luxury goods? I'm really interested to hear your opinion on that. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe. I have a video coming out every Sunday afternoon, and I mostly talk about style and fashion. If that's something that you are interested in, make sure you follow me on my other social channels in the meantime, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!